Hello, everyone. It is Monday. How are you this Monday? Tell me about it. What are you grateful for this Monday night? Tell me. I want to know. I want to hear what's happening in your day and what you and especially you. Yeah, I see you. What are you grateful for tonight? That is what I want to know. I want to know what is getting the juices of gratefulness rolling for you this Monday night. That is what I'm feeling. That's how I roll. Adele and Dazzle are here. Dazzle, it is treat time. Barb Gallo, how are you? Great to have you here live tonight, Barb. Hope all is well in Pittsburgh. What are you grateful for this Monday night? The shoppers came out in droves today. I was like, hang on a second, is the app on my phone that's telling me sales working? I had to hit refresh a couple times because I'm like, from Monday? Are you kidding me? That's great. Great way to kick off the week. Great way to kick off the week. Happy with that. Happy with that. So that is a nice way. Kelly, how are you? Happy Monday to you. Consider this your yoga lesson. Peace. I am glad to have everybody here. What are you all grateful for this Monday night? Tell me about it. Tell me what is great in your world as we start off week 79 and 80. Week 79 and 80. Hey, Kitty, how are you this Monday? It is great to have you here tonight, live tonight. Excited to have everybody here. This is good stuff. A busy day, lots of incoming. Yay. We had a lot of incoming, and I knew that. I just didn't realize how much we had outgoing until just a couple minutes ago. I hit sales, and I'm like, hang on a second. That doesn't look right for a Monday. But it was, and it was good. It was a good right. Talented electrician that swapped out your ceiling lights with free LED replacements. Boom. Yeah, that's a big thing. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that tonight, Kelly, because that is a big thing, especially right now with the electric company. So I'm going to talk about that. Let's get started so I can start talking. Let's get started. Where's my glasses? Can't start without those. Over at the desk. All righty. Tonight in the Good Morning, Good Night book, that's how we start this program every night. We're on page 182 if you're following along. Good morning. Try and face the world with your best self, even if the world doesn't respond in kind. Don't do them, do you. We are broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube tonight. Any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. So Kelly's point about the free LED lights that she got, and it is a good point, and it's one that bears repeating. I think I've talked about it a long time ago, but I think I talked about it more in relation to the to your electric or gas bill. The utilities got gobs. All the utilities got gobs and gobs. Some of the ones that are run by an individual city didn't get as much, but all the major utilities got gobs of money from the various federal COVID relief bills. So they got gobs of money, these utilities did. And part of what they're doing, it was partly to offset losses from people that weren't paying their bills, but it was also and because the utilities kept the lights and the gas and everything on during the pandemic, but it was also they're also allowed to use it for energy saving upgrades, such as the LED light, such as swapping out all your lights in your store for LED or doing other energy efficient upgrades. There is a lot of money out there for that right now, and it is at a very low cost, if any cost at all to you. Okay. Costing you a dime now. I mean, they're really going strong with that, where they are not billing. I mean, like even there's always an energy saving fee that you pay on your electric bill that goes to fund these programs in normal times. But normally they're a 50-50 program. You pay half, the utility pays half, and you're all set, or 60-40 or something, which is still a good deal. But they're much better right now, the utility programs. So check that out. It's an important thing to check out. Our quote from Simon tonight is, don't show up to prove, show up to improve. Don't show up to prove, show up to improve. Ain't that the truth? Well, I keep promising you Friday night trivia, and we're all here live tonight. We got so many people live tonight. I'm going to give you tonight's trivia. Do you have your trivia hat on? Okay. Again, for our trivia, one of these stories is fake. The rest of them are true. Are you ready? Story number 1, Starbucks Korea created sustainable insulated mittens for holding hot coffee. Story number 2, for Cup of Noodles' 50th birthday, the ramen company is rolling out soup-flavored soda. Story number 3, LaCroix teased a limited edition pumpkin spice seltzer. And story number 4, Fireball is releasing a keg that holds 5 liters of whiskey. So one of those is fake. The other 3 are all true. Which is the fake story? Was it Starbucks Korea creating sustainable insulated mittens for holding hot coffee? Was it Cup of Noodles' 50th birthday? The ramen company is rolling out soup-flavored soda. Did LaCroix tease a limited edition pumpkin spice seltzer? Or is Fireball releasing a keg that holds 5 liters of whiskey? One of those is fake, people. One of those is fake. Rose snuck in here. Rose, you snuck in here. Rose thinks number 2 is fake. I don't know. We'll have to wait. Oh, you're all hopping in on number 2. You're all hopping in on number 2. Adele is staying silent on this one. You're all, and Kelly's everybody's saying number 2. Oh, Kelly hopped on over to YouTube. It is not. Cup of Noodles really is rolling out soup flavored soda. Soup flavored soda is a real thing. Why, I do not know. You'd think you'd be able to do other things for your 50th birthday. I would not roll out I don't want soup flavored soda for my 50th birthday next month. Yeah, I agree with you. It's gross. And the packaging didn't make it look more appetizing. I didn't print the picture of the packaging, but the packaging did not make. I looked at it and I'm like, that doesn't make me want to drink it. And they had a couple different one for it. Yes, Cup of Noodles has been around for 50 years. So now Adele is leading the charge with number 3. She is right. LaCroix is not. Adele, you are right this week. LaCroix is not coming out with a limited edition pumpkin spice seltzer. So something is not going to the pumpkin spice. LaCroix is not going pumpkin spice. But that means that Starbucks Korea created sustainable insulated mittens for holding hot coffee. They look like a big hot pad. And Fireball is releasing a keg that holds 5 liters of whiskey. I am not a Fireball fan. My cousin is a huge Fireball fan. And that is true. So LaCroix. So number 3, Adele got it on her first try. Rose got it on the second try. And any way you toss it, there's your this week's trivia. There is this week's trivia that I've been saving for you guys. All right, let's get going. So tonight, I'm gonna give you something to think about. I think that means that since Adele won, I think Dazzle gets an extra treat. Dazzle gets an extra treat tonight since Adele won. So tonight, I told you one of our topics this week was going to be being fat. And so I was going to talk about that. So, and I'm talking about fat in the way you think about. You get on the scale and you're like, whoa! Or that shirt is just a little tighter. Or that pair of pants is like, it doesn't have the give that it used to have. And you're feeling fat. And that happens. It happens to everybody. It's happened to a lot of people in this pandemic. Oh, Dazzle's already to bed. Well, chalk that up. Dazzle gets an extra treat. But a lot of people have had that during this pandemic where they felt fat. And I had that a few weeks ago. I was like, oh, my pants aren't fitting right and everything. And I had gotten rid of my fat pants. Everybody, you have that fat pants that you keep in the back of the closet, okay? For when you're feeling fat, you go to the back of the closet and you get your fat pants. But I had gotten rid of all that. We had done really well at losing weight, and I had gotten rid of those. And I'm like, I'm going to go and I'm going to buy 2 pairs of pants to get me through. I'm going to get back on track and everything. And I'm going to buy a couple pairs of pants. And I went shopping, which surprised Cassandra, because I am not your clothing shopping kind of guy. I'm not your shopping kind of guy, really. I'm good there. I'm good to hold your bags and stuff like that. But I'm not your shopping kind of guy, especially for myself. And I went shopping and I tried on pants and I bought, I wanted to buy 2 and she made me buy 3. I bought 3 pairs of pants. And I got them home and everything. And I had them there, but I hadn't used them yet. And I'm like, no, I'm going to get back on track. I'm going to, had let things go. You go back a few weeks in videos. My face was probably a little fatter. My cheeks were a little pudgier and everything. And, I was just fatter, heavier, whatever you want to call it. I'm owning it. I own it. Okay. And I said, no, I'm going to get back on track. And so I did. You get back on track. You start walking a little more. You start eating a little bit differently. Not crazy, because the way we lost our weight and everything wasn't crazy, wasn't dramatic and everything. But you get back on the track. You sort of you got derailed and you weren't maintaining. You got derailed a little bit and you weren't maintaining. And you went down on this different path, and that's what happened. But that's happened to so many, and it's so easy to do with all that we have going on, okay, during this pandemic. It's so easy to do. And so it was, it was nice to see. I actually never, a few weeks went by, and I pushed myself, and I said, I never took the tags off those pants, those new pants that I got, and Cassandra came back from her and Rebecca's trip yesterday, when they were in Philly, and she's like, "You got all the pants back in a bag with the receipt to get returned." And I'm like, "Yep." I'm like, "I'm back on track. I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good spot. I didn't put myself on a cup of soup diet or anything, but I just got back, you know, and keeping an eye on things. Not free donuts for lunch or something. Just simple things that get you back on track, because that would be the quick thing. Oh, well, I'll just have a little nosh. I'll have a donut, or I'll have, something that I didn't really need. That wasn't particularly good. It's okay to have one donut. It's when you have the third one right after that's not good, or the fourth one. So I got back on track. So that had me thinking, and now I get to return these pants because I don't need the fat pants anymore. So that got me thinking about how that applies to business. Okay, in the craziness of business, and especially this time of year, and especially this industry, the resale industry. The resale industry is known for getting fat. Okay, and I'm talking about your business now. You get fat with staff, or you get off track. You're doing great. Business is great. You're adding profits. Okay, profits is what you actually keep. Okay, so many of you worry just about the top line number. So many of you just worry about the top line number, when it's what you keep that matters. Okay, I've worked with stores that do millions a year, and I've worked with stores that do $200,000 a year, and everywhere in between, and up and down the scale. And I've worked with stores that have a smaller top line number, 100,000, 150,000. That's their top line number, and they get to keep more of the money than somebody doing $1 million. And I know that sounds crazy, but you get fat. You get fat. You get fat with staff. You get fat with expenses. You get fat with processes that don't work. Okay, they worked for you back when you were smaller, but they don't work for the size company you are now. You get fat because you get used to using one software, and that software isn't working for the size company you are now. And you don't know how to try another one. So you get fat and lazy and don't want to change in your business. But it doesn't take much to get back on track. It doesn't take much when you get off track. When you have lots of people working, but what are they doing? Okay, they aren't working on the right things. You have lots of expenses. Okay, but the revenue isn't keeping the same pace, or the expenses are increasing faster than the revenue. But it doesn't take much to get back on track. It takes putting on your glasses. Putting on your glasses. It takes focus. It takes to say, hey, this doesn't work anymore. This doesn't fit. These pants aren't fitting right anymore. I'm out of holes on the belt to be able to tighten it, to be able to keep my pants up. You say, it's not working. How do I make this work? How do I change? And how do I get back on track? And so it's important to take, even when you're even when you're busy, okay, like this, which is the time of year where I see more and more businesses, especially in this industry, especially in the resale industry, feeling fat. Okay, I've got all this going on, but where is the money? Where's my money? Where's remember, You're supposed to get paid. If you work in the business, you're supposed to get paid to work in the business, and you're supposed to get paid as a stockholder, the owner of the company. Those are two different paychecks. And so, it is now the time to start looking at if you're feeling fat in your business. Okay. And do it now before Thanksgiving, because, before the winter slowdown. Because this is the best time when you get to keep the most. This is the time, when you as a retailer get to keep more money, because you should be able to keep more money because you are busy. And so if you aren't keeping the same amount of money, if you're not sending the same amount of money to the bottom line or enough money, it's time to look at things and see, are you feeling fat? Are you feeling fat around the business? Where can you trim the fat? Be the little butcher. But I mean, it's the same with our bodies as our business. And when you neglect things get fat. Fat and happy, fat, dumb and happy, I think is more the term. And it's when we get done with it, we get complacent. I would say we get complacent. We get comfortable. When you're fat, you get comfortable. You have your, that's why they're called your fat pants. They're your comfy pants. They're loose. It's easy. There's no restrictions on it, except for you don't want them. Nobody wants the fat pants. Nobody wants the fat pants. And you don't want that in your business either. Okay? You don't want your business to be wearing the fat pants. So I know that was a seesawing analogy there, a little bit of a pendulum swing, actually, analogy there. But when I thought about it, and I thought about what I went through and over the past few weeks, and it didn't take a lot to get back on track. Just took the mindset to say, hey, I'm going to do this. I don't like, I was real proud when I got rid of my fat pants. So often you throw them to the back of the closet. I'm like, no. And so, it hurt to have to go out and buy it, not just the money. It didn't hurt just the money. It was like, I don't want to do this. And so it is exciting to be back without that and without needing that. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to be back on track. And, hopefully that makes my doctor marginally happy next month when I think I have an appointment next month. But it helps us. But that's what you have to take stock of in your business. Are you wearing your fat pants? Look in the mirror and say, hey, as a business owner, are you wearing your fat pants in business? And if you are, you need to take a look at how to get back on track. I know you can do it because you've been on track. If you've gotten off the track, you can get back on it. And if your business isn't wearing the fat pants and you are, you can get back on track too. I've done it. I mean, just go back a couple weeks. You'll see my pudgier cheeks. My cheeks were pudgy. You will see my chins. I had more chins. I still have too many chins, but I had more chins and pudgier cheeks. Okay, you can go back and find a video from a couple weeks ago, and see that. And we will do this. We will do this together, people. We will. Okay, and you don't have to limit yourself to a cup of soup to do it. You just gotta stay on the track. That's what I'm talking about, people. You can do this. You know what else you can do? You can watch this video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about over at narts.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. All the files are there. All the videos, all the links, they're all there at narts.org/resalestrong, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yeah, ring that bell. Ring it so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody make it to the other side. I'm here every night in the Nards private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube at More 8th than Ish Live. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. That's how we roll every night. Tonight, we are on page 182. If you were not here at the top of the program, our good morning is good morning. Try and face the world with your best self, even if the world doesn't respond in kind. Don't do them, do you. Our good night tonight is good night. Tomorrow, we try again. Rest up. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at More 8th than Ish, know that you, and you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dinner.